What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It's I, James, and I'm here just to speak with you a little bit on what's going on. What's up, baby girl? Well, as you know, I took some time off from just social media as a whole. With everything that's basically changed because, I've got so much more time on my hands. And so I wanted to make sure I could structure myself in a way so I'm getting the best benefit out of the time. And for the first little while here, I just been doing whatever. Like I haven't been very consistent on listing just because I can knock out 200 and then just go away. So I just been using the last couple of months just to kind of, just doing whatever, just no rules, no structure, nothing. But it's just time to start making changes, right? Everything's been going great the last, couple of months plus. And now being able to just grow the store so much quicker and stuff, even though we're going to get into some eBay issues too, because today is just ridiculous. But I wanted to just separate myself from social media and just figure out going forward, like, what do I want? Like, I've put so much stuff on the back burner the last 10 years, just ideas and thoughts and being creative and exercising, all that stuff's just been thrown to the side. So I wanted to kind of bring all that back into focus for me. And I just wanted to block out the noise for a week. I was going to go till next Monday, but I usually don't do much on the weekends anyway, so I figured I did the video yesterday to kind of play with the new / old format that I used to do and just see how it was received. And then now this just kind of explaining myself what's the future going to look like for me on YouTube. Because here's the bottom line right now. I'm making less on this channel now than when I used to do shoe videos 15 years ago. Like, I'm on track to do under $300 this month on YouTube. My highest month was like $1,500. So that kind of gives you an idea that, I ain't doing this for the money. If it wasn't for the company, doing videos for your company, not your like, so you don't feel alone type of thing when eBay breaks, or, you're playing it, most of you guys play it in the background, whatever, while you're working. And then hopefully saying something that's going to help somebody somewhere, somehow, with something. If it wasn't for that, there's no purpose in me doing these videos, because $300, whatever. I mean, I'm not, I always wanted to keep this at my car note level minimum, and now I'm below that. So it's like, okay, we're going to have to readjust YouTube. As you know, I started the other two channels just to kind of separate stuff, just to see if that would help. Because here's the thing. One of two things had to change on this channel. That is, I tried making content to get the clicks, and I didn't really want to go there. Or I change and just do whatever the hell I want to do, whatever I'm feeling, etc., etc. And not even worry about clickbait unless I'm in that mood that day. Just be more creative with it. So I decided to go with the creative aspect of it. So as you saw with the video, just recording little things throughout the day. And that's not to say that standing here, the shipping videos will go away. Just on days that I feel like doing it, I'll do it. On days I don't, you'll get the other style. Some days you may get both styles. So it's just leaving the door open for whatever. And then also everything's going to be at least one day behind, just so I don't feel like I have to be rushed. So if I notice myself if I leave it up, it's on YouTube, but it's not public, that I might go in and change the title 2 or 3 different times. I might change the thumbnail 2 or 3 different times, just depending on the mood I'm in or how creative I am at the moment. Sometimes I just leave it sit blank title, no thumbnail, until I feel like I wanted to create something. So like this morning I had one set, and then after I uploaded, I'm like, no, I gotta do what I've been wanting to do. So I changed the title and changed the thumbnail. The thumbnail was Dream Theater's album cover with me on it, and the title was just a bunch of Dream Theater songs from that album all put together to make a sentence, basically. Those are not going to get the clicks, right? That's not a clickbait thing. It's just a creative thing. So if I'm not going to be making the money on this channel, right, then have fun with it. And then also the other 2 channels, separating everything might help future subscribers and all that kind of stuff. Have the channel for the picking, have the channel for, Life's Too Short for Pants channel, which is just the puppies, the birds, nature, uplifting, funny type of stuff on there. Stuff most likely not reseller related. So just separating all them and see if they can grow into their own thing on their own. So that's what's going on there. And then if you saw some of my posts on Facebook and or in the comment section, you saw I created a new logo for the store, Redoption Agency logo. I created one that was easily put on a t-shirt. So, if anybody ever wants a t-shirt, you can click underneath the videos on YouTube from Teespring and get that. And then I also included Hello Fellow Human, which will be a line for Courtney and Pee-wee, and it has them on the front along with the words, and then their name and a number on the back, kind of a jersey style. So just something to be creative with and play. Nobody buys one, whatever. Is more about just being creative and creating something. Again, my money is eBay. Everything else is just hit and miss, and that's just the way it is. As far as eBay, so 2 days ago I had my biggest day in maybe this year, $1,300. Today I'm headed at like my lowest this year. All the changes eBay's made on the site, you can see them. Seller hubs changed. Adding offers to the messages. That's why the offers don't work anymore, because they're in the process of trying to figure that out. That's why I go 24 hours with only 2 offers, because they're not working properly. What are they doing in the checkout area that's causing the checkout to not work? So all these changes are going on, and it's like we're going on like 5 p.m., 4 or 5, I don't even know right now. Might be somewhere in between 4 and 5, I think. I've got $120 on my media store and $150 on my clothing store. So that's it for the whole day so far. So what's going on today? It's just because of the site issues, I guess, and the changes or whatever. At least the one good change they're making is to the feedback. Starting in a couple of months, or within the next couple of months, every transaction will get a positive feedback if the buyer does not leave a feedback. As you know, only 25 to 30% of buyers leave feedback. Hell, I don't even leave feedback. I haven't seen the feedback system being relevant for a very long time just because it's not accurate. Well, now it's at least going to be accurate. So that's a good thing. That's the only great thing I've seen released so far that has been talked about. Everything else is just everything else just feels like they're ignoring the situation of what the hell's going on with the website. hopefully somebody who went to eBay Open who got to interact with like the CEO put a bug in his ear on how crappy the website runs. Okay, I want to make sure Pee Wee wasn't. He's coming down. Were you coughing, or what were you doing? You made a weird sound. All right. But so that's where all that is, and today I'm a little frustrated because I freaking spent an hour and a half taking pictures of clothing, and then my card failed, and so now I lost all my pictures and had to start retaking them on another card. So I'm kind of frustrated today. Pain in the butt, but there's the puppies. Let's see, what else would I want to address? There was a couple people who reached out, and then I saw at least one person starting to talk about it in a live about List Easier doing me dirty. And I wanted to clear that up. By that, they're speaking of giving Kevin Commonwealth an affiliate link. They all looked at it as that did me dirty. Was wrong because that's how I'm getting paid. That's how I was going to get compensated for, testing the platform before it launched and still being a part of communications when there's a problem. And from what I understand, I was asked to stay around for beta, so when new things come aboard, I can test them before they go live. So as far as I know, that's all still good. So I knew going into it that one other person at least was going to get an affiliate link. I kind of figured it was going to be somebody bigger because that makes business sense, right? I mean, I can only get to so many people, and those numbers have dropped drastically lately. So getting somebody who's more popular, who the resellers trust and enjoy watching, it just made sense. So I understand why a lot of people, not a lot, but some people got upset. My wife got upset, and I had to explain to her what was going on. Will Kevin make more money than I will? Yeah, because he's got a bigger audience than I do. But I'm only capable of, my worth is only what you guys tell me it is. Like I put my worth in other people's hands, and I have all my life. Whenever I help somebody, I don't expect anything. My words have always been, when I help somebody, hey, if you make it, don't forget me. That's just leaving my worth in somebody else's hands. So my worth is in List Easier's hands, and my worth on YouTube is in your hands. So what things are going to be is what it's going to be. I have no bad thoughts, negative ill will, nothing like that. Like I said, when I agreed to do this, for me, it was more about watching people succeed. Not just Josh and Dave. I haven't talked to Travis and don't know nothing about Travis yet, but watching them build something and succeed at that, and then also watching you guys succeed because you're building your stores. Like I go in about once a week and I look at like Primo and Spam store. I'll go in and look at Bearded Picker store just so I can see how many more items they've listed. How many of those look like that sold with AI, because you can tell by the title structure and stuff like that. So I get a kick out of watching people succeed. What happens to me doesn't matter. Only one that can control that is me at the end of the day, right? So so nobody did me dirty. I expected at least one other person to get an affiliate. hell, I expect right now, if, you know, wouldn't be shocked or surprised if in the future everybody got affiliates to help the business grow, right? Especially if there was a major competitor that came along, right? Then it would make business sense to do something like that. So again, I signed up knowing what things were going to be. And for me, the money was not the first and foremost thing. I don't even know. I don't remember when I told I could have an affiliate. I don't remember if it was right off the bat or if it was in a little bit. I honestly don't remember, because the way I kind of looked at it is, like I've said many times, what's going on now with AI and like List Easier and this, it's the equivalent in my mind to what the iPhone did for resellers back in 2009. And I looked at it as, ooh, it'd been cool to be inside the room when that was being created, right? Well, with this, I felt like I was kind of inside the room, was there giving feedback, seeing updates, and seeing it all kind of come together. So that's where I always gauged everything. So, my worth is always, especially on YouTube, the worth of the creator is in the hands of those who view. Are they worth a like? Are they worth a share? Are they worth a subscribe? So for me, that's always been my life. So whatever happens, and Josh's words are, we got you. You were here from the beginning, you're going to be here till the end. Those are Josh's words. So, what that holds, I have no clue. But for me, it's just kind of cool watching all the success that's happening. So, and then also using it myself, trying to succeed and trying to make my store bigger and make more money to get to my goals. So, everything takes work, and you get out of things what you put into them. So, and I guess that's about it. All I can say on that. So, but I think I addressed everything there. So yeah, all's good. If they introduce a lower tier, I'll probably have more of you guys signing on to grow your business, and then hopefully you'll use my affiliate link. And if my worth is worth it to you, you use my affiliate link. The ones who don't think it is, they won't use the affiliate link. So whatever's whatever. What else? As far as the videos, the thing I like about the just piecing everything together like I did this morning's video is just because I can do whatever. I can be creative. How many of you watched to the end of that video, right? Did you even see what I did at the end? I know one person did because they said it in the comments. But 95% of the people won't even see the end of that video. So my goal, that's why when I do videos in the past, I always put the nuggets toward the end, because I knew the people who watched my channel, who gave me most of their time, were going to get the best stuff when nobody else was around. So I'm trying to create a video that kind of will always keep people guessing as to what's he going to do here, what's he going to do here, what's next, just to try to build retention time. So, because that's what makes you more money, is the retention time. So that power's in my hands. And I'd rather do it in a creative way than do something that feels forced or manufactured or fake or anything like that. So that's what is probably going to be the majority of videos in the future. Beyond if I'm standing here shipping. The shipping videos will depend on if I'm feeling rushed that day or whatever, or how many I actually have to ship. Like today, barely anything sold, so I probably wouldn't, it is Friday, so it doesn't matter because I'm not pulling today anyway. But if it was Thursday and I had this, I probably wouldn't even make one because would be kind of worth it. So I would just do something creative with the other style video. So it just leaves an option open to do whatever. But I think that's about it that I can think of. But I'm gonna get back in. I'm trying to knock out, like this weekend, try to knock out pictures for everything that's in my office. So I was kind of discouraged when I freaking spent an hour and a half taking pictures and my card failed. So now I'm just doing a little transferring. I'm doing a little transferring just in case, which is a pain, but gotta do what you gotta do. I was looking at cameras today, but freaking, why do they make so few cameras so they sell out and people buy them and sell them on StockX and stuff, or Walmart or Amazon as third parties? So I was looking at a Canon PowerShot. They're all sold out and they're selling for like 200 plus more everywhere else. I'm like, never mind, I'll figure my camera out. I'll just keep using this damn thing. But that was kind of discouraging too. I had a little bit of a discouraging day today. But anyway, that's it. Can't think of anything else right off the bat. So that's all I gotta say about that. I did do some footage this morning, just going to the post office and that, but I'll just save that and add it to whatever video's next. So, all right, I'm done. All right, took up enough of your time. All right, thanks everybody, and I will see you all in the next video later.